This Chem Catalyst video is going to help you with balancing equations by showing you how to use pHET simulation. And you can find that by clicking on, well, you can't click, but you need to go to the URL that's listed up here. And you know that you've got to the right page if you see this picture present. And when you get there and you click on it, what you'll see is a game that looks like this. Well, it's actually a simulation that looks like this. And you've got an introduction and then you've got the game, and you're going to do both parts, but I'm going to show you the introduction here just to get started. So in the introduction, you're given a chemical equation down here, and this one is the one for making ammonia, and you need to balance this equation by adjusting the coefficients in front of each of these substances. And it's helpful if you use this little toolbar up here, and you can do the little scales here. I like this one. But let's just see what happens if I put each coefficient at 1. Well, you can see that the equation is not balanced, and the reason for that is that on the right-hand side of the equation, I've got 3 hydrogens and I've got 1 nitrogen. If we go over here, I've got 2 hydrogens and I've got 1 nitrogen. So I need to balance this, and the way that I'm going to do that is I'm going to take care of things that are compounds first. So I'm going to put a 2 here, which means that I would have 2 nitrogens and I would have 6 hydrogens. And I'm going to go back to the other side here, and I'm going to adjust as needed. So I'm going to say that I would need, let's see, I need 6. I'm going to put 1, 2, 3. And that balances it, and the nitrogen happens to be balanced as well. The next thing I would try to do is for separating water. Now, what I would advise you to do when you do these is look for compounds and balance things that are by themselves last. So since water is a compound here, I'm going to try to take care of that one first. And I noticed that this one has it has a coefficient of 1, so technically it's an odd number, right? Like I can multiply that by 1 and it would be 1, so it would be odd. If I multiplied it by 2, it would be 2. But on this side, this is always going to be even, because I can multiply this by any number and it's going to keep it even. It's going to be 2 or, right, like 2 or 4 or 6. So I need to multiply on this side by a number that's going to make my oxygens even. So let's just try 2. Now I know it's not balanced yet, but if I go over here and I go ahead and then hit that, I did just balance my oxygens, and then by doing this, I've balanced my hydrogens. So keep that in mind if you have a situation where you've got an element that's in a compound where it has an odd number on one side and an even number on the other side. Last example here is going to be combusting methane. So I'm just going to put 1 in here to kind of get an idea where we're at, because you really can't have a coefficient of 0. And then I look and I see that I have the same problem over here. I've got water with 1, so I'm going to make that a 2. And then I would have 2 oxygens. Well, my oxygens should balance. Oh, wait, no, they don't balance because there's oxygens in this compound too. So that's 2 oxygens plus 2 oxygens gives me 4. And I've only got 2 on this side of the arrow, so I'm going to hit 1 there. Should be good to go. So that's the basic premise for what you're going to do, and you're going to do some practice. And when you do the practice, you've got this game. So you can pick level 1, level 2, and level 3. Actually, I want you to do them all. You can work with a partner. You can have fun with it. But there's only 5 per level, so it's pretty quick to do. But again, you're going to go ahead and balance these, and this time it shows you, what the molecules are. Now, I'm not going to show you how to answer this, but you can go ahead and click check to check it, and you want to try to get 5 out of 5 for each one. When you're done, take a screenshot of each level and save it, because I'm going to want you to submit that to me via Schoology. And then you're going to move on to part 2 of the assignment, which is completing this balancing practice. So don't worry, you don't have to do all. I know there's a ton of them. There's 25, I think, total. But what you're going to do is pick 5 from each set. So you're going to pick 5 from set A, and they can be any 5 you want. And then you'll pick 5 from set B, and they can be any 5 that you want. And once you've done those, you can do them on a sheet of paper and take a picture of them and submit them with both of your names. You can work in groups, but groups need to be no larger than 2, and submit them to me via Schoology. Look forward to seeing good results on this assignment.